Hey everybody, we have the first divisional matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. So this is Cam Newton versus Terrell Pryor. We start off with a run by Matt Forte. Let's keep it going this drive. Cam Newton back to pass, looking to throw, rolls out and decides to throw it, and he throws it away. 4th and 3, Dolphins are going for it, and they connect with Jordy Nelson for the first down, so they play aggressively, and it pays off. Newton back to pass throws, and this time the curl route gets jumped by Brown. That is Terrell Brown, I believe, or Terrell Brown. And here we go. We had Terrell Pryor rolling off the left side. He's going to make a run for it, and there's the big man, Terrell Pryor, getting past his defense, getting a first down. Then Tim Hightower gets the ball. He gets a first down on that run. Pryor back to pass, looking to throw, throws it deep and across the middle. He completes it to the veteran, Andre Johnson. So Cleveland strikes first here in the divisional round of the playoffs. Big play there. These are points off of that turnover by Cam Newton. And the veteran wide receiver bringing some leadership to this Cleveland Browns team. Here we go. Cam Newton fires down the field, caught by Calvin Johnson Jr., who breaks one tackle and a second tackle and dives into the end zone. That's what makes Miami so deadly. I mean, I knew 3 years ago in that offseason when Cam Newton was joined by Calvin Johnson Jr. in the free agency, basically he had like 10 or 12 teams all going for Calvin Johnson because, of course, why wouldn't you? And he chose the Dolphins, and it has been dynamic ever since. And there we see Newton escaping the pressure, and he is off to the races. Big run there for Cam Newton. I think it was like a 28-yard run there. Cam Newton back to pass, throwing it up, caught by Jordy Nelson, and Nelson runs it in for the touchdown. So now Miami has taken their first lead of the game. Very critical possession there, especially being down early in the game. Now they're able to take the lead. So there you see the catch and the run there. Quite a powerful offense, I got to tell you. Miami's pretty stacked. And so here we go. Marquise Lee gets the first down for Cleveland. Cleveland is the 7th seed going up against the 1st seed, so it's definitely a matchup. And there we see a fumble by Cleveland, forcing the ball there, forcing the turnover. We see Tapp recovering the fumble. Just great defense by the Browns here. And we know this is definitely going to help Cleveland get back into this game. I mean, when you fumble on the 3-yard line, it's pretty rough, especially for someone who's likely going to be the league MVP. And there we got Peyton Hillis powering his way for a touchdown. Now, in real life, Peyton Hillis was the one that had like a breakout year for Cleveland, Madden cover. But then he kind of slowed down after that. In this franchise, he never broke out as like a big runner, but he is like a Pro Bowl running or a fullback. And so that is like Brian Leonard, Michael Bush, Peyton Hillis, because they were fullbacks who got carries, got touchdowns. So Hillis making some plays there. And then we see the Dolphins just march their way down the field, and they score again with Calvin Johnson Jr. Of course, Calvin Johnson Jr. just is freaking unstoppable. He's got 2 touchdowns already in this game. Pryor with 4 seconds left, looking to throw. He's rolling out, and he gets some yards on the ground. Here we are in the 3rd quarter. Miami up by 7. And then a deep throw to Dwayne Allen. Allen gets the reception there. He is the receiving leader for Cleveland in this game. And there we see a beautiful pass there, dropped right into the lap of Marquise Lee. And a handoff to Tim Hightower gets Cleveland the tying touchdown. Yeah, Tim Hightower's he's not my favorite running back, but he was with the Philadelphia Eagles for a while. He bounced to another team, and then he came over to Cleveland to be the starting running back. He's like a decent overall. I don't always see him as playing that well. And there we got Devin Hester. Devin Hester, first season with the Miami Dolphins, and he is taking this one almost all the way. I was kind of hoping he would score a touchdown. I just thought that was very Devin Hester-esque. But he does take the ball all the way down to the 8-yard line. So that's good for him. And with that, the Miami Dolphins fire back. And I thought that was a touchdown. I challenged the play to see if it was a touchdown. But it looks like his left leg, his left leg comes down out of bounds. And right there, I didn't know if he was able to get both feet in or when the ball actually hit his hands. So that ends up failing, so they get a field goal off of that kick return. It's rough when you start on the 8-yard line and you still can't score a touchdown. But a screen pass here for Cleveland gets them a first down and a big chunk of yards. Pryor looking to throw, throws and caught by Dwayne Allen. He gets taken down. Then you get Pryor handing the ball off to Tim Hightower, who's got a lot of open space. And he fumbles the ball but out of bounds, so nobody cares. Here we go. Terrell Pryor looking for an opportunity here to win the game or to take the lead in the game. And he gets down to the 1-yard line, and it's Peyton Hillis running the ball in for another touchdown. He has 2 rushes, 1 yard, and 2 touchdowns in this game. The Bruiser gets in to give Cleveland a lead here in the late third quarter. There we got Cam Newton looking to throw, rolling out, throws it up and caught by Jordy Nelson. Cam Newton back to pass, looking to throw, rolls out again, trying to connect with someone, and throws the ball up to Calvin Johnson and throws it short, and it's intercepted. Now, I have completed that pass many, many times. It's going one-on-one with Calvin Johnson or one of the big receivers in my league and just letting it fly. And here we try it again, but this time Marquise Lee does not get up for the ball on 3rd and 5, and Jabril Wilson gets the interception. So that was kind of seemed like almost like a big punt, but I thought Lee could have come down with it, and he did not. So now we see Tyler Eifert making a play here, getting the first down. Miami down by 4. They need this touchdown, and they are now starting to slow down a little bit. They want to score a touchdown here and take the lead, but they also don't want to go too quick. So as you can see, it goes down to 1 minute and 15 seconds. Jordy Nelson gets the first down there on a crucial conversion. And they got Cam Newton looking to throw, throws it up, caught by a leaping Calvin Johnson Jr. And then we see Joe McKnight running the ball through the defense and into the end zone. The Miami Dolphins take the lead with 31 seconds to go. McKnight had 3 rushes, 2 yards, and a touchdown right there. Pryor now with 11 seconds, 3rd and 10, trying to make this happen. Throws it deep and is deflected as Johnny Knox could not come down with it. And Jabril Wilson gets his 2nd interception of the game. And that's it, everybody. Cleveland really gave the Miami Dolphins a run for their money there, but it was the Dolphins who come away with the victory here at home in the divisional round of the playoffs. I mean, it's very common in my franchises where it's the 7th seed beats number 1. That's pretty common. I mean, I wish it wasn't so common. But Cleveland almost pulled it off, but they failed. Cam Newton had 252 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Terrell Pryor had 196 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Both rushed for a little bit. Newton had 63 yards on 5 carries. Pryor had 27 yards on 4 carries. Tim Hightower for Cleveland had 103 yards. Matt Forte had an abysmal 29 yards on 8 carries. But of course, Peyton Hillis, 2 touchdowns. Willis McGahee, 11 yards rushing. Joe McKnight, 2 rushes with 1 touchdown. Now, Dwayne Allen, 78 yards for Cleveland. Marquise Lee, 58 yards for Cleveland. Andre Johnson only had 1 touchdown with 22 yards, but he scored that 1 touchdown in the opening drive. Jordy Nelson had 121 yards and a touchdown. Calvin Johnson Jr. had 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. Here is the box scores to prove it. So, hope you like this video and this updated content. There's a lot more playoff content coming ahead. So, looking forward to sharing all that with you.